On September 4th, 2013, two streets on either side of the Amazon Fulfillment Center on Joe B. Jackson Parkway were named after two previous City of Murfreesboro mayors. The late Hollis Westbrooks, who was mayor from 1965 to 1982, and Richard Reeves from 1998 to 2002. With the street in front of Amazon already named after Joe B. Jackson, the mayor of Murfreesboro from 1982 to 1998, it was a very special event for the city of Murfreesboro. Mayor Tommy Bragg was there to host the event.
All right, it's a pleasure today to be out here in Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, near the new Amazon plant with former Mayor Richard Reeves and State Senator Jim Tracy. Jim is our flag bearer today, and we're certainly glad that he's here, and he's doing an excellent job, and we're very proud of him for that. But we're here to honor Richard. Richard was mayor 4 years, and I've got just a little bit prepared to talk about Richard to commemorate this day as we name Richard Reeves Drive here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Richard served on our Murfreesboro City Council for 22 years. As mayor of Murfreesboro during his final 4 years on the council, he oversaw the acquisition and the final parcels of our city's now prosperous Gateway area. During his service and under his leadership, Murfreesboro prepared and laid the groundwork for the economic prosperity we enjoy today. The Greenway, Main Street, Barfield Crescent Park, Sportscom, Patterson Park, and this area we now know as the business park out here at Joe B. Jackson. You got the sewer out here, got the streets out here, got it ready for us, Richard, and that is a tremendous value to our community. All of this is a part of the experience that we enjoy and live in Murfreesboro today. With his lovely wife, Joan, Richard has for the past 11 years done what many former mayors do. They returned to focus to private business, creating jobs, and being a great grandfather, father, husband, businessman, and friend. If you look Richard's name up on the internet today, the most prominent mention will be how much money he's donated to somebody's political campaign. But Richard has made his public donation to Murfreesboro and Rutherford County by working to make the city government the best it could be during his tenure, and all of us today have benefited from Richard's work and his love of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. He is a favorite son, and we are proud of him, and that's why today we're here to name this street Richard Reeves Drive after Richard in commemoration of his work for our community, for our region. It's my pleasure once again to introduce Richard Reeves, former mayor of Murfreesboro. Richard, and you might want to introduce everyone who's here to visit with us today.
Well, thank you so much for all the pressure.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Thank you. I didn't know whether I was supposed to talk or not, but when given the opportunity, I would never take it, not do it. I'm standing here thinking, first of all, I want to thank you and the council and the staff of the city for honoring my family. This isn't an honor for me, it's really an honor for my family, and we go back to the early 1800s here when we settled out in the Lascassas area. But as I was standing here thinking, I was wondering, what are all these people at Amazon who drive in here every day thinking, saying, what is a Richard Reeves Drive? These people are coming here from all over, everywhere to work, and it's just such a nice honor to have a street named after you. I remember, and I'm sure you do, Mayor, when we named Robert Rose Drive, and that was a big part of my serving as mayor when I got the pleasure of naming that street. I wanted to thank everyone that's here today, my wife, children. I have a granddaughter that's playing hooky. The truant officer will be looking for her later today. Rick Sane, who's a big part of Reeves Sane, and we have become such good friends over the years, and everyone else that's here today. I really appreciate this. I just want to thank the mayor. This is a nice honor, but I want to thank the mayor for not only honoring me and my family, but for doing this in such a way that Hollis Westbrooks Lane is just right down the next street down, and then the street named after me, and it's right tying into Joe B. Jackson Parkway. I had the pleasure of serving under Hollis Westbrooks and Joe B. Jackson, and I don't think anyone else had that opportunity like I did, that served on the council and that served for the number of years that I got to serve with those two gentlemen. You know, looking back, and I won't take but another minute, there's so many good friends of mine that I got to serve with Hollis Westbrooks and Joe B., Robert Scales, John Pittard, Woody Robinson, Robert Rose, Don Wiseman. They're all gone. Yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah, right.
And they did so many things to help this city, the growth of this city, creating jobs, and the things that have happened that have been so good for this community. And you and the council are continuing a great tradition.
Thank you.
Thanks again for allowing me to have this street dedicated in my honor and my family's honor, and we appreciate the great job that's being done. Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. Well, Richard, it is a great occasion. No, not on this. You've got to go to school to do that. So, okay, we did not learn that at Central. Senator, you might have a few words too on this occasion to welcome and to honor Richard, and appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Mayor. It's glad to be here today to this honor Richard Reeves Drive. Richard, thank you for all your service. I think 26 years of public service to Murfreesboro, and as the Mayor Bragg said, you sort of set the stage for this growth out here that we're here today, right here by Amazon in this business park. So just thank you for the service you've done. It's an honor to be here with you and your family and the mayor and the council and the staff here at Murfreesboro because of the service that you've rendered to this community and the growth that's happening today, and it's continuing to happen, and you set the stage for that, for your support that you gave for the community and your service. Thank you and congratulations.
Welcome today. We're here with former Mayor Richard Reeves and former City Attorney Tom Reed to dedicate our Hollis Westbrooks Lane off of Joe B. Jackson Parkway and right next to Richard Reeves Drive near our new Amazon plant in our business park off of I-24. We're very pleased to have both these individuals with us, and I'm going to ask Tom Reed, if he would, just a couple of remembrances about Hollis Westbrooks, who was a former state representative to our Tennessee General Assembly, also a school board member for our Murfreesboro City Schools, and mayor for a number of years here in Murfreesboro. So, Attorney Reed, if you would, just share a few thoughts about Hollis Westbrooks.
I'm happy to have the honor of saying a few words about former Mayor Westbrooks. I had the pleasure of being city attorney during a significant portion of the time that he served as mayor. The thing that I remember best about Mayor Westbrooks was he was so diplomatic. He was so caring and gentle with the public. He was firm, but he was so gentle that many times people would come before the council and have a petition for this relief or that relief, and they'd have to, the council and the mayor would have to vote no. But he handled it in such a diplomatic way that as the people left, they said thank you. It's the most remarkable thing I've ever seen, how he had such a gentle spirit but firm, and he could get his point across. He wasn't well educated formally. He was one of the wisest men I ever knew. He claimed he was a graduate of Link University. And for those of you that don't know where Link is, it's out around Rockvale. But he was proud of the fact that Murfreesboro was his home, and he did a lot to make it what it is today. Much credit goes to Mayor Westbrooks, And thank you, Tommy, for giving me the opportunity.
Tom, thank you for being here. And Richard, you served with Hollis under him while on the city council. Share a few moments with us about Hollis.
I would be glad to. As I said a little bit earlier in the other ceremony, that I had the great pleasure of serving with Hollis Westbrooks and Joe B. Jackson during my tenure on the city council. And as Tom said, he was a people person. I never saw him get upset. He was always just very low-key, to the point, but he got a lot accomplished and did a great job for our city. Thanks for letting me be a part of this ceremony.
Well, we're honored today to dedicate this Hollis Westbrooks Lane. We appreciate you two being here. I've got to finish on one little story. My dad told me that when he ran for Hollis Westbrooks' seat in the legislature, that Mayor Westbrooks told him, "Be careful, John, when you're down there in Nashville." Says sometimes you get accused of things that you didn't do. He said, my wife and I were driving down Broad Street, said a fella came down the street and shook his fist at me and said, "You voted to raise our taxes, and I don't like you anymore." And he said, I told John then, he says, "You know, I didn't vote for that tax increase, but I sure got blamed for it." So he was quite a character and certainly a great mayor for Murfreesboro. Mayor Westbrooks, we miss you, we thank you, and we certainly dedicate this lane to Hollis Westbrooks, former mayor of Murfreesboro. Thanks for being with us.
That's what he said. Hey there. Good to see you. Congratulations.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Ronnie, you take care of this. You'll be angry about it.
You got it, lady.
Well, I got an invitation now.